Y'all, today we are putting something expensive into something cheap. We're gonna make that with that. That goes into that. That goes into that. Whatever. Let's get started. We're gonna use shin black, some ground Wagyu beef. Here's our fresh vegetables, all of the seasonings and accoutrement, and we just need to boil water so we can make noodles. Pro tip: when you're putting water in the pot, put hot water in it. It's not really a cheat, but I don't know why you would not put hot water in it. That just seems like you like to wait for stuff. I don't. Alright, so get this out of here, ready to go into the water. We won't be needing, we need the vegetable mix. We'll need none of these. We are making our own today. I know. Making our own kind of soup base or broth or whatever the hell you want to call it. So we'll wait for that to come to a boil, and we will prep some fresh veg. This can go over here. Alright. We need a knife. So we're keeping this one kind of simple. It is going to be shallot and garlic goes into the meat, and green onion will be for garnish, because we got to make it pretty for no reason. I'm the only person here. Alright, moving on. I'm really bad at cutting shallot. Just gonna make that quite plain right up front. Peeled up. Get the skin off if it comes off the peel. I hope it comes off. I really do not like peeling shallot. If somebody were to make a pre-sliced shallots, I would buy it. I can cut a freaking onion all day long. For some reason, me and shallots, we just don't get along, but it is what it is. Alright, one, and that's probably got to get cut. You gonna get cut. Don't be afraid of it. Just slow down. Don't try to tackle it. It's just, you're just boiling water behind you. That you're not doing anything that's gonna burn at the moment. So that's why we're doing the prep. We're doing all of that before we turn on the burner for the meat. That way I don't risk being an idiot. Well, I am always at risk of being an idiot. I don't risk being an idiot and burning anything. I would like to not do that. So, shallots peeled-ish, sort of. Hang on. I lied. It's not very peeled. It's not very appealing. Alright. I'll see myself out. Thank you very much. So, I don't need anything really finely chopped out of these, but we can go. Now remember what we talked about in the past. Make sure your knife is sharp or honed or whatever you want to do to it, and it's just a matter of going slow. Not trying to kill yourself. You're not in a race with anybody. Hell, it don't even matter how you chop your onions. Most of the time, it's just you eating them. You may want to chop them the way they're going to be eaten, so they're going into a spoon or into a broth. So not so gigantic pieces. Other than that, you do you, boo. guys are starting to remember bad memories with these onions right here. Let's move this. Let's move these onions off so my eyes can go back to repressing memories. That's good. Move this back over. That little guy can go in there. And we're just going to slice up some garlic. Nothing fancy again. Just some thin slices. It's going into beef. This is one of those, slice as much garlic as you want, put as much or as little as you want in there. I'm a very garlicky person, so I prefer to have an unsafe amount of garlic. I'm not real sure how to explain that to y'all. You're gonna wonder, is this whole thing just gonna taste like garlic? I mean, you can get right the hell out of my business. I do not care for your opinion on my love of garlic. When a recipe says add 2 cloves, that means this goes in, doesn't it? This whole thing? Is that not what happens? Shut up. Again, it's not a race. Don't chop off a damn finger over some frickin' ramen. Alright. When I get to the point to where I feel like it might be too much is usually when I stop or I do one more. So I thought that last one might be too much, but we're going to go for one more. I think that'll be fine. We're not using a whole lot of the that pound of Wagyu that I just ground Wagyu that I just showed you. I'm only using about a quarter pound of it. It's just one bowl of ramen. I don't need a whole pound of Wagyu. Alright, so this guy is boiling. We can drop our NOODS in here. And it says cook forever. So 4 minutes, 4.5 minutes to medium. And that's where we want to aim for start. Those just got to boil for a few minutes. They're going to be taken out and we're going to stop the cooking process. But right now we can crank this guy on. You want a good medium high heat. You're going to let that warm up. So we can take our garlic, run that into the bowl here because it's all going to the same place. Move this back and then we're going to chop up some green onion here. Ugh. I don't like wilty green onion. Yes, this was washed, I think. Oh, fuck it. Let's wash it again. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to chop off this top edge, and we're just going to, this is just for garnish, so I really only need the green stuff. You see how I'm using the knife here? I don't like to get too close to my fingers, so I use a cutting board up here as a guide for stuff like this. Now that's probably entirely too much for one bowl of ramen, but I got carried away. What are you gonna do? Alright, moving on. Let's see, those things are boiling away like they're supposed to be. I guess I can break them up a little bit. I guess we don't need this to be on friggin' turbo nut job for boiling. We still do need it to boil though. It's my first day. Y'all shut up. So this is here getting hot. We are going to, I can go over here. We're going to put a little canola oil and just kind of do a quick little cook on these, little saute. We're just getting some fragrance out of them. I'm not really worried about if they're going to brown or anything like that, because we are going to quickly add the Wagyu to it. That goes in there. Get that good and mixed in, and we can cut this guy open. Again, all I'm doing is using about 1/4 of this. I'm not using a freaking ton of it, so the rest can go into the rest will be able to go into just some container. Save it for later, save it for something else. Just waiting until that gets a little bit fragrant, and then we're moving on, which will probably be after I dump the noodles, because those noodles are done. Off. And we go into here to strain. No, I don't need any of the noodle water. That's not necessary. So now we just want to take some cold water and stop the cooking process. Those are done. Just leave those to drain for a minute. So now to this we can add our little blocky boy of ground Wagyu beef. Take this spoon and we just kind of press this down, make sure the heat is good. And now all I want this to do is just get some color on it. Do the best you can to make it cooperate. I know it may not cooperate, whatever, it don't matter. So that's pretty much it. Let that get a little bit of color on it. It'll get some color on the veg at the same time. So we are rocking and rolling. Now don't get ahead of yourself. I'm going to take all of this out of here. Actually, I'm going to put it in this bowl. Probably shouldn't have done that, but that's fine. I'm going to put it in this paper towel in this bowl, and I'm going to save what is left of the oil and the flavor in the bottom of this thing. And we are going to make just a really quick broth. At this point, we can season. So seasoning for this, so a little bit of salt, black pepper, a little garlic powder without the garlic already in it. We got some smoked paprika, that's easy for me to say. Oh, just a touch of red pepper flakes. Y'all can see I'm totally measuring all this stuff out. Don't at me. And then we're going to go in with the forbidden fruit here. That's MSG. You don't need a lot. Really don't. But we're going to get a little bit of this flavor in there. onto that beef. We're going to let that do its thing here for just a minute, and we'll get the bowl started here. This is yes, that's exactly what that is. That is, I believe, I'm pretty sure, I'm 100% sure, that's a low sodium soy sauce. That's all I had. Put just a little bit of this in the bottom of the bowl. And grab a container. For the rest of the Wagyu, just put that right in there. Easy peasy. Yeah, sure, that goes there. So now that all this is starting to get a little color on it, get this mixed in and mixed around. Oh yeah, that looks fantastic. Look, man, if y'all don't like this, if y'all eat the beefs and y'all don't like this stuff, y'all, there's something wrong with y'all. Throw an onion down there. Make sure you give up your sacrifices to the gods. So got the color that we're looking for. It's all seasoned up. Taste just a little bit of this just to make sure. Oh yeah, yeah. That is the official jam. We can cut the fire way down now, and we can kind of get this out onto this paper towel. Try to preserve as much of the whatever the crap is in here. Yes, preserve as much of the oil. That's it. Grease. God, dog. You don't want to throw this stuff away, man. You don't want to get rid of this. This is your flavor. This comes from that Wagyu. This crap will make you want to slap your mama. Slap somebody's mama. Please don't slap my mom. Got those good crunchy bits on there, brown bits. Am I saying all the right words? I don't know. I just enjoy cooking. That's it. Alright, we'll let that just heat back up momentarily. We'll get the spoon back. We're going to do a little bit of Gochujang pepper paste. Not much. If anybody's ever worked with this stuff, y'all know that this crap is impossible sometimes. Get off my spoon, man. Off. That's not off. Jesus. That can go over there. And we can just kind of move this around for now. Start incorporating that gochujang flavor. So these are going to be spicy noodles. Spicy NOODS. Sorry internet. They're NOODS. They're not noodles. My apologies. Turn the heat back up to about medium. Close your gochujang. Put that in the place that it goes. Broth we're going to use for this is HEB beef bone broth. Look, I know y'all are used to just regular beef broth. Y'all need to try the bone broth. It's just a deeper and a richer flavor. Just try it. Give it a shot. If you don't like it, that's fine. But try it anyways. Don't be a douche. Alright. Got that warmed up a bit. Go in here with, yeah boy, with that bone broth. Get the fire kind of turned up so we can get this heated up. Just want to get as much of this gochujang as you can incorporated into, dissolved into the broth. It's too much, it's too much. Again, y'all do whatever it is you want. If y'all don't want to make broth with gochujang, then don't, man. There's friggin' 300,000 ways to make broth. Just use water. Be boring. But this is the unboring way to eat ramen. This is the spicy boy way. So I'm just gonna get this good and broken down. Bring this up to a boil here, so that it can fully dissolve. Y'all, that stuff, that's the jam. That's good. So you got to remember there's a little bit of soy sauce in the bottom of the bowl. So you got a little bit of salt. Salt in the gochujang. There's going to be salt in the beef. You may not need to salt this very much. Plus we got a little bit of the MSG just for that umami flavor. This is bubbling away now. Turn this down a little bit. Let that bubble for another minute to dissolve fully. And I need, this is only going to bother me until the end of time. Can y'all see that? Onion. I don't want that on my stove. That's right. I dirtied a whole piece of silverware for some onion. Alright. I don't really see anything but the chunks of shallots and garlic that were left behind floating around in here, so I think it is time to make a bowl of ramen. Excite. So we can cut that guy off, and let's see, bring, what's going to be the easier way here without me spilling hot liquid all over my feet. See if this will work. That's it. Oh yeah. There's a little bit of gochujang left in there that's not fully dissolved. That's okay. You'll be perfectly fine with your beautiful little flavor pockets in your ramen. You cook it a little bit longer, let it dissolve a little bit more, you'll be perfectly fine. So we take our, let's do this. Take our ramen, we'll run this under hot water just to get it broken up again. I'm not trying to add any more cook time to it, I'm just trying to get it broken up and not cold when it goes into the broth. If I did that wrong, I really don't care. Go at somebody else. So that goes in there. Ooh, girl. And then we take our beef. And that goes right on top. Yeah, this beef is still boiling hot. So there's that to have to deal with. Pretty-ish. All right. Wipe the stuff off of our hands. Now we're going to go back in for a little bit of garnish here. So we're going to take our ramen veg. All right. And this is going to go into the broth around because it's going to need time in the broth. Y'all know that it's dried, but this just makes things a little bit pretty. And we take our fresh green onion and go right on top. That is it, y'all. That is Wagyu ramen with a gochujang broth. So all that's left to do is wipe off the counter, eat that. Now let's see if I can get y'all participating in this picture. So it's pretty, everything back here is on, everything's lit up really well. So we're going for a, can y'all see that on the camera? I don't know if you can or not. The camera is attached to my forehead. I really don't know what to tell you. So I'm gonna take that photo and then zoom out a little bit, take a little bit wider angle, and we'll just use the best one that I think wins here. Wait, it's gotta be centered. Alright. Now, can do, grab a fork, because I don't have chopsticks. Get this all mixed up and get those dry vegetables from that packet start to get rehydrated. I don't see any of that gochujang in here, so we may have done pretty good. Give this a shot. Just damn. That is fantastic. Alright, y'all. Now make sure you like, subscribe, get the hell out of my kitchen. I'm going to enjoy my Wagyu ramen noodles. Goodbye.